For the Western Kentucky Forensics Team, I'm Bethany Pace. Do you ever find a pretty little lady at a bar with the type of look that screams arm candy, the type of skin that longs to be unzipped, only to find that she is an empowered woman? Well, whoa, no longer, man friend. Just follow these simple steps to cure your feminist. He says, don't explode. Don't send fireflakes of amplified kisses into our ears. Don't swing your microphone like a penis drawing urine hieroglyphics. Don't be loud. Like beer bobsledding down throats. Don't choke. Don't explode. American author, educator, and politician Shirley Chisholm suggests that the emotional, sexual, and psychological stereotyping of females begins when the doctor says, it's a girl. As a young woman, I can attest to her claim. She also suggests that the fight for gender equality is not over. We are still in need of women to lead this next feminist movement, but those women who fought for rights such as equal pay, bear the label of feminist, and fight the overt over-sexualization of the female body face unimaginable societal stigma. Through the works entitled How to Cure a Feminist by Kate Rakowski, for young women who do not consider themselves feminist by Mindy Nettifee, and Girl Exploded by Lauren Zuniga, we can understand what feminism truly is, instead of what it is viewed to be. For young women who don't consider themselves feminists, babies, please, for the love of all that is right and holy and grandmotherly in this world, stop saying that shit out loud. It makes you sound like an idiot. It's like giving up the first 20 rungs of this sketchy wooden ladder of getting some respect. The ladder is like 1,000 rungs tall, and you're going to have to fight for every one. You're going to have to full torso fight for every damn one. The atomic particles splitting with each carefully placed breath and sway, implode. Be like the woman with the white satin dress and the long cigarette. Remember that you are Venus, a smoldering bundle of birth and baptismal embers, but that sound and fury should stay in your hip pockets and canals until you start pumping with usefulness. Step 1, win her over. Do this by pretending to care about women. For example, replace the word tits with the word equality and resume normal conversation. For example, I love equality. I wish women didn't have to hide their equality. I really want to snort cocaine off some drunk girl's equality. We need you in this piece-by-piece stage. Connecting breasts to navels, to legs, to ankles, to feet, slipping into stilettos, do click-clack across the floor in the mating call of your generation. Yeah, we need you like that. And I say, you know, sir, I think I know what you mean when you say I can't compete with the boys. And I think I know what you mean when you say don't explode, but I don't think you know what it means to be this well-engineered time bomb that is woman. When you say, I just don't consider myself a feminist, it's kind of like saying, I'm not that crazy about having the right to vote or getting an education or prosecuting men who perpetrate violence against me. It's kind of like saying, I'm cool with my body being property. Also, please stop following it up with, well, I've just never been discriminated against personally. Because although that's great, like that's really great that you never met any obstacles with your self-actualization, and we're all really happy for you. We're just asking you to keep that to yourself. Step 2, open her eyes. Girls are basically designed to be brainwashed. It's how they became feminists in the first place. Reverse this nasty little habit with subliminal messaging. For example, place a tube of lipstick in your medicine cabinet. She will soon feel so inadequate to the woman you are presumably cheating on her with. This will convince her, nay, force her, into acting like a more civilized, submissive girl. This serrated edged grenade, hard-plated and pinned, quietly ticking and thrown over the barricade, and Katharine Hepburn has been replaced by 1,000 versions of Britney Spears, cheering on the sidelines with bottle sun-stained legs and Brazilian bikini waxes. We have been stripped and lit like our fuses. Step 3, treat her right. Now, let's not get crazy, you don't actually have to treat her right, but when you buy her things, while quietly undermining her Ford Explorer and combat boots, she will start to think of it as positive reinforcement, like a dog. Soon, when you insult her, she will ask you to pick up the check that you feel no solidarity with the women who have no voice, no power, no safety, no light, no right, or freedom to drive a car, or walk down the street alone, no right to protect their own children. Oh, maybe you're just not ready to acknowledge what you owe your mothers, and to their mothers, and to their mothers, to the women who did not raise you but loved you before you even existed, to the women who raised you on their own backs, to the he-shes who crossed enemy lines and took the fear and the hatred into their own bodies and transformed it into swagger, into I dare you. Oh, maybe you're just not ready. Step 4, put her on a diet of cigarettes and hairspray until her waist is an apple core. Tell her she has never looked more ravishing. We've traded in our minds to become these sparkling jingle muses, blissed out in our bling and our shiny new copy of Be a Modern Woman, Volume 1. Spend more on your handbag than you do on rent. Ignore that ticking. Take the quiz on how to quantify your worth. Add the number of shoes, shampoos, and open lines of credit. Subtract your size and body fat percentage. Divide by marriage proposals and dozens of roses, and then you'll know if you're a worthwhile woman. Step 5, buy a trophy case. You will need a place to put her pelvic bone and the pre-notched bedpost. I am not intimidated by mouthy boys or entitled men or roaming packs of beer-soaked adolescents looking for some humping ground to flesh out, but it's terrifying to be this soft, to be an object, to first learn not who I was, but how I was seen. If I exploit myself first, I'll be spared exploitation. If I claim the war is not mine, I won't be targeted. If I don't want it, power, it's not going to hurt me when I can't have it, but you can have it. Step 6, show her what you are capable of. Come home covered in another man's blood, dragging a chunk of his muscle in your mouth. Make her clean up the mess. Tick, tick, tick. It's okay to be smart, just not smarter than him. And it's okay to be fat, just not fatter than her. Just find a good man and have a big wedding. The bigger the wedding, the longer he'll stay. Tick, tick, tick. Wait till you have a career to have a baby, and then give up your career to have a baby. Coordinate your slings, your bottles, your diaper bags. Breastfeed, but not in public. Join classes, do yoga. Stay sexy, but not so sexy that you forget that you're a mom. And ignore that ticking, because you're a woman, not a walking time bomb. I know what he means, because it can get a little messy when that sudden loud release of angry femininity bursts forth. It showers us with the things that we'd rather leave on the Lifetime channel. Step 8. Give her a new name. Whisper it into the crook of her neck until her muscles have committed it to memory. And then shout it in the belly of her bedroom until the echo haunts her sleep. Finally, scratch it down her back like branding your favorite ball bag. It is proof that nothing is sacred. No backbone is too straight that cannot be snapped into submission. Every layer of skin can be clawed off. Nothing before this mattered. She never even existed without you. Feminism is an outdated word. But we are still in need of a woman's movement because we still believe that our sexual power is all that we have. We cling to it tighter than we do our own ovaries. We will pluck the trust from fellow women who threaten to take it. It's huge. This tumbling history that we carry on our shoulders, it's heavy, and sometimes it's hard to keep your composure. Sometimes you just have to